Hey everyone, welcome to today's channel. Today we will be doing a faith plan with me, so if you'd like to see that, stay tuned. Okay, so today's video is going to be part of a YouTube loop group. So we do have a faith loop group that was created by Lisa Marie. And what we do is we all film a video. We have a theme each month. So this month's theme is going to be grace, which I probably need a lot of grace considering that I haven't been posting as much anymore. But, you know, things happen in life and I was a little behind. But what it is you watch my video, I tag another video in the comments below. You go watch that one. They tag one, etc. So you complete the whole loop. And then once you get back to my video, that means that you have watched every single video in the loop group. All right, so today's theme is going to be grace. So what I like to always kind of like look up, is things that, pertain to grace. And I found that, grace is actually in the Bible more than 150 times. So there's a few key verses that I kind of wanted to point out with it. So typically what I like to do is I like to kind of do a sheet, with the header and do the verses. Today I'm just going to do my weekly spread because I do use this as verse of the day. And I feel like I really need to sit down and hone in and focus on those different verses of the day each day. But again, if things happen, I'm not able to get to it, I got to remember to give myself grace, which is a big part of this video. So I did pull a couple of the Collab Plan sticker books that I'm going to use today to decorate. So I'm pretty simple with how I decorate, as I like to keep these spaces open pretty much so then I can write my verse of the day. And then, I do like to use this side of here, so what I'll do, the scripture on my heart, I'll do a verse here pertaining to grace. And Ephesians 2 verses 8 and 9 are probably what I like to focus on most with grace. So for by grace are ye saved through faith, and that not of yourselves. So that is a huge one that comes to mind whenever I think of grace. So I'm going to go ahead and put that verse in here as well too. So to get started, I wanted to use this set of florals from the Favorite Florals by Collab Plan. So what I like to do is I like to kind of decorate around the outside. And I forgot to grab some boxes. Let me grab some Jojo Jewel Tone boxes. I'll be right back. Okay, I actually grabbed the big Jewel Tone boxes, but it's I do know that there's this deeper burgundy color in here, and there's also a cream color that kind of goes with the flowers that I'm using. So I'm going to pull those two colors, but I grabbed the big because I like the longer boxes, so then I can, put them to write those verses of the day. I might grab the regular size as well too, because there are some days that I can't put the longer ones. Okay, so of course I used a lot of them. That's I think why I chose. Let me see about the cream color. I have plenty of those. I might use that to write the verse of the day and then use the longer boxes for that. So let me go ahead and put these on first. So I typically like to put it up here in the header, and then I can write which verse is that verse of the day. So let me go ahead and get these put on. Yeah, I don't have any of the other color, so I'm going to use the other color on the other side. Okay, sorry, I'm trying to be as quick as possible just because I do have limited time here. It's my husband's grandmother's birthday today, so we are going to celebrate her birthday and go to her house. So I know that I gotta hurry so we can get going and we're not gonna be late for the birthday party. Alrighty. So here is the other two. I'll go ahead and get those in. Okay, so I got those all on for that part. And then over here, I do have a devotional that I like to do. So I like to write what the devotional is for the day. So I typically cover that one, and I'm going to use the darker jewel tone to cover that. So I can write out the word devotional, which I think I need to white out this week because it kind of shows through. Okay. Because then when I cover up this first one, that leaves me with 7, so then it's kind of like one for each day. Okay, so I do want to take some of these florals. So let's start. I usually don't care about the year, so I usually like to start. So I think I'm going to lift up this box and have this box come over the florals. Just to kind of have it. So let me pull this one up real quick. I'm gonna put this here in the corner. So when you hear the word grace, what comes to mind for you with the Bible? I know a lot of people have different definitions of grace. So let me know in the comments below, like what you think of when you think of grace. Like, you know, do you have a specific verse that comes to mind, a specific definition? I mean, everybody kind of sees it differently. So I just like, you know, out of curiosity, I just like to kind of hear what everybody likes to think with that. Okay, so I'm going to actually pull this right here, because I think what I'll do is I'll grab a sticker from the Faith Basics that has a different verse to put there and kind of have that as like a header. All right, and then I'll just use these trimmings over here on the side, because like I said, I don't like to cover up too much of the boxes here, so then I have my lines to write those verses. So we'll go ahead and put that there, just to give it a little bit of detail over there. All right, and then let's do one more on the bottom here. Kind of do it in between Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, I do have to admit, I've been slacking on this planner quite a bit because I've been so busy. We've had some family things go on. We did have a death in the family. Unfortunately, that was, you know, very unexpected. So that kind of threw a lot of my planning into a loop because, you know, we were dealing with other family stuff as well. So sadly, you know, it did take into account that I didn't, you know, get a chance to fully plan in my planners for a couple of weeks because of that. You know, but you know, just have to remember, you have to give yourself grace because there are things that happen in life during that time. Okay, and I typically don't use the daily trackers because I'm already doing my verse of the day and everything over here. So let me go ahead and cover this up. And I think I'm going to leave the bottom kind of up for a minute because I do want to put some washi down here. I'm going to put the word grace with the alphabet letters as well. All right, let's see. So I think I'm just going to cover up this part with some washi. Sometimes I do leave that there, but sometimes I just like to cover it up just to kind of give that added decor element. And then I'll probably put, so let's see here. Okay, so let me go ahead and cut this. I definitely need to get another washi organizer because I have so much washi now. And I do have like the washi organizers, but they're all full with everything that I have. So I just need to get another one. And I think I just missed the lowest prices of the season at Michael's. So I'll just have to wait until the next time they do that as well. Okay. Let's see here. So I do like to keep the prayers and praises. I like to jot those down for the week. So let me go ahead and grab my alphabet book real quick. So I have the Alpha Basics from Kellova Plan, and I just wanted to use just a classic letter to put grace in. So, ooh, I do like this one right here because they're a little bit whimsical looking. So let's see, we got G, R. Put these on my hand for the moment. I'm gonna put the A in the middle. So move that a little higher because I can put some florals on the bottom. Okay, and I put the A down first, that way I can kind of center the word. There's a C, and here's an E. Okay. That way, like, you know, when I do look at this throughout the week, it's gonna, you know, give me that reminder through the whole week about giving myself grace. And I feel like sometimes we don't do enough of that as well. I apologize, I can hear my son downstairs. I'm guessing he's trying to get into something and Daddy's not letting him. Right now he's in that stage where he just wants to get into everything, grab everything. You know, I know it happens, but yeah. Sometimes it's like, you know, it is a lot of work too. But I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. Okay. Put some florals down there. I'm going to trim off these pieces so I can use them along the bottom as well. I'm really excited to get back into this planner because it is something that, you know, means a lot to me as well too, is to have those verses and everything too. So let me go ahead and get this right here. And then I'll put this one down here, and I think I'm going to do another one to kind of have along the bottom. And then I'll probably do like another piece of like the scrap somewhere else. And then I do want to put one right here that's small. So let's put this one right here because I don't need the whole space, just to kind of give it a little more pop there. And then I want one with a little more burgundy on the bottom, so we'll do this one here. Okay, so we'll kind of do that in the middle of those. Okay, I think I'm just gonna save this scrap just because I still have a bunch of these pieces left, so I can use that in another spread. So I know it was very, very quick, but I just wanted to get something set up for the week so I can write my verse of the day. So there is my finished spread. Don't forget to, you know, look at my comments below, follow all the creators that are in the Loop group until you get back to this video. So, you know, I hope that you find a lot of wisdom and inspiration with all these creators as well. So thank you very much for joining us, and I hope you all have a great day.